the IEF iShares 7 to 10 year Treasury Bond ETF weekly chart with the dividend left in, so not adjusted for that. And this is not a complex head and shoulders pattern. And the one thing I learned by revisiting Bulkowski's chart pattern encyclopedia is on the right over here that this is a shoulder here. So if I draw a parabola here like this, you can see even though this does not go down to the neckline, that is still considered a shoulder, and it was close to the highest level complex pattern where there's a head and shoulders pattern within the head and shoulders pattern. So you can see back here, draw the parabolas again, there's a shoulder, there's the head, and there's the shoulder over here on the right. And it is a bit raw. I'm not going to fix it, but I can show you that the neckline would go right through them here. So we can move this one back up to about here, I think it was. So yeah, right through that. So that was a nice head and shoulders pattern, except for the fact that the left shoulder is not really equal to the right shoulder height, meaning it's okay to have the neckline on an extreme angle like that, but this should be at least up near the height of this right shoulder over here. So that's okay for a regular head and shoulders pattern, but in the complex head and shoulders pattern, symmetry is key to calling this. So because of that, it's not symmetrical up here. We're not going to call it a complex head and shoulders pattern down here, even though it's pretty close, just because of this head and shoulders topping pattern up here. As you can see, the left shoulder over here and the far right shoulder over here are quite close to their height of each other in relationship to the head here, this huge head. So that's pretty close and still bears watching. So instead we're going to call it a cup and handle inverse pattern. So you can see the huge cup and then the handle, and that brings us right to here. And it closed yesterday at 90.61, and that line for yesterday was at 90.53. And price in the pre-market hours for the iShares 7 to 10 year Treasury Bond ETF is 90.32, and I'm pretty sure that puts it under that inverse cup and handle pattern. Let's go take a look. Yeah, to go under there is 90.52, so it's pretty much a given that it's under that. Let's zoom out again. So the measure rule for this states that it should be somewhere in between 1 and 2% deviation between the left part of the cup rim over here and the rightmost over here of the handle. So we have 1.3. So then we can take it from the left of this rim of the cup here and then measure to the top of the handle, and that's about 8%. So then we'll copy that here and move it down to here where it broke out of, and that brings it down to about $84 somewhere between 83 and 84 is a possible downside target.